one of the things, actually, Russ, I don't know if I told it to you last time we were chatting, maybe news since then. Random House is going to publish my book and distribute through the whole country next year.
Sweet. Nice.
So yeah, no, that's first
what's the name of the book? Do you have a title yet?
It's going to be something like Handbook for Grown-ups or Guided Cannabis for Grown-ups.
Yep.
It's it's one thing to write a cannabis book and to have it sort of thrown into the coffee section, but this is a big distribution deal. I think it's going to be an awesome opportunity for all of us to share in some education and some open dialogue. Obviously, with any book, there's a tour, and these people are going to pay for conversations on TV, and hopefully the dialogue will grow.
I'll definitely be passing those out at my cannabis wellness parties for sure.
I'll set you a whole box for free, man. We'll hook you up.
It definitely can be done. I mean, I experienced this when we went from. I mean, come on, people, when they think of Utah, they're like, man, it's a red state and everybody's conservative. But when we went through the process to get the pharmacies, right, or dispensaries, we have 16 and they let 8 of them out. But I am amazed at how quickly the state threw resources at it. So we have the Utah Cannabis Center or something like that. The website is actually pretty amazing with education. And immediately the university adopted some curriculum for doctors, where you can take a quick, CME course for 3-4 hours, learn just the basics. I mean, not about everything, but the simplest question is patient walks in your office and says, Doc, I don't want to take, this, I don't want to take a narcotic, or I don't want to take, some, stimulant for my appetite. Can I take cannabis? And those docs have no answer because they don't know how to get them a card. They don't know where to send them. They're not even aware that there's other providers down the street in their state that are, cannabis specialists like you. And, but I was amazed that once they made the decision that, okay, we were going to go down that road and Utah's going to be a legal state, how the resources actually came about. So it can definitely happen. It's just literally getting the momentum behind a sea change, so that the resources can be allotted where they need to go.
I think as a doctor, go ahead.
No, go.
I didn't. No, it's all you.
So I think as a doctor, thinking outside of the box, but also as an entrepreneur, thinking out of the outside of the box, it's interesting. I had this homeless guy one time that approached me, and he was spending time on a college campus, and he said that he used to just go up to the 3rd floor of this building every night and just watch TV with a pitcher of beer. And then there was always trouble for a lot of the students to get rooms to hold their meetings on campus, because they said you have to have a room to hold a meeting, and then you couldn't because of the janitorial. And one time I asked somebody that was the assistant dean of professional studies, that was in a high level, that she went on for 5 minutes talking about how they took this room because it was available. It's so hard to get rooms. And then we have this homeless person that was able to go on the 3rd floor and drink a pitcher of beer, because they teach you to jump through hoops, and sometimes being so. I mean, I went to 8.5 years of Catholic school. I know, I know how that system works.
Yep, I was there myself.
I know, you could just walk over 2 steps and go this way too. Go ahead.
No, I was just agreeing with you.
Yeah.
I went to a ton of Catholic school.
Yeah.
It's probably why I don't have that much faith anymore.
Yeah.
Too much school.
What did you wanted to say, Dr. Caplan?
I was just gonna throw a challenge at the people that happen to be here, a fun challenge, and also to open up the dialogue.
Can I do
back to what
the challenge too? Can I do the challenge too?
Everybody, of course.
Okay.
So there's a compound which is hepatoprotective. It protects your liver. It actually relaxes your arterial system. It's known to have effect with arthritis and lung cancer. It's actually an antibiotic against one of the worst microbes in the world, the Pseudomonas aeruginosa. It also helps with salmonella infections. Those I'm sure people have heard about. And it also seems to help with Alzheimer's disease. And most people are thinking, what is this pharmaceutical? But I would almost guarantee that most people have this in their cabinet right now. And I'm talking about cinnamaldehyde, and it's cinnamon.
Oh, cinnamon. I was like, cinnamaldehyde. What's that? I don't have that.
That's the active component that gives cinnamon the cinnamon flavor. And you know what? That's also in cannabis. That's one of the terpenes that's found in cannabis. You know, like I was saying before, this plant is just a pharmacy, just a natural pharmacy. And when we start looking at what's already there, we discover all these sort of things that are already in our life. We just don't know how to use them. We haven't learned. And if nothing else, the science of cannabis medicine is just learning about nature. It's just learning what's already here.
I heard this quote, and I don't even know if it's true or not, but it works. Is somebody said, anytime you need something, the Buddha says it's near and it's free. And I've used that a lot of times. And that's one of the reasons, and I try to be a voice for why greed is bad, not from a standpoint that it makes things like, as Dr. Rice was saying earlier, that it makes things so they're not sustainable, because you get greed and you try to you have this golden goose that's laying an egg on a consistent basis that will call your body, and then all of a sudden you want to make it better now, and you squeeze it and you do it. So it's an example of sustainability, and very powerful. Go ahead. Somebody said
you said
they love cinnamon. Go ahead. So,
I think it's awesome. I got to split because I actually was, but I really appreciate it. But that's what Hippocrates said. Let food be thy medicine, but they should also let the herb be thy medicine. Because man, this we talk about. I've been around medicine now. I've been practicing like almost 30 years. It's incredible. But we all know these like game changer events. Some of them are procedures, like heart transplants in my field, and bypass, antibiotics. But I actually think that the biggest advance in medicine is going to come out of the cannabis field. I mean, it's just going to, and I can't wait, because like one of the things that I was going to say when I first joined was, I would trade alcohol, any day. I mean, it's a no-brainer. I mean, if you said, hey, we could either have one or the other, man, I would get rid of alcohol right now and allow, but a lot of people don't realize how lethal alcohol is, especially when you're in withdrawal. I mean, when I was at the VA, the only patients we really lost were people that were trying to withdraw at the same time they were going through, heart surgery. And even narcotics don't kill you that way with withdrawal, but alcohol will kill you. So, I just think that this is going to be the biggest game changer that we've seen in terms of, therapeutics, mental health, and getting rid of the entire opioid and, crisis. So, hey guys, thank you so much for letting me join. It's amazing, these apps. It's just incredible that we can have these great conversations.
Yeah, totally.
And thank you. And thank you for being in the trenches, speaking with a lot of people that I rarely get to, and thanks for being with them every day and pushing all this forward.
Yeah, no, thanks for everything you guys do. So have a great weekend. I guess it's Friday, isn't it?
Yep.
All right. Take care.
Yep. Good to see you. Yeah, no, it's an incredible time, and I guess I have made it my personal mission to make this what it should be. And I'm hopefully gonna be around for a long time. I'm young enough and I guess ballsy enough to really fight the man and make it happen.
Also, wherever you write down your goals or your mission statement, feel free to write, how can I leverage Jedi Steve for this mission?
Sounds good. Well, I see you're in marketing, right? So
Yeah,
this is your
I'm in marketing, and as a Bob Marley impersonator, we could get a lot of meeting with me taking your books over to Congress. We get a lot of media attention.
Funny, I had a venture a couple years ago, I guess now, with Bob Marley's family.
Yeah.
And they're very much in cannabis, as you probably know.
For sure.
But they're interested in getting American education and leadership. And I was in discussions with them. I mean, evidently they have this huge resort, and they invited me down, and it was all lavish and stuff. But it didn't end up being a match. You know, there's a lot of stuff that I don't want to be a part of. You know, part of my mission is not just to support cannabis, but to bridge cannabis to the regular doctors. And I can't do that being around silly folks who are doing silly things.
So it's if Perry, I'm probably pronouncing it wrong, but that's what it says on there. They asked, is there any way that they can access your library?
Yeah. No, I just typed in. So
okay.
Anybody I mean, honestly, the easiest way is my what is it called? Like the link tree, the jump drive. It's actually a campsite on my profile. Has a direct link to the library.
Awesome.
And for those who don't know, I basically packaged the world's largest library of cannabis publications. It's everything that gets published about cannabis, whether it's about growing or processing, or there are a couple books on there, like whole books. You know, I want the barriers to education to fall. There's no reason that anybody should have to be, you know, worry about paying for something. You know, we all need to learn, and we all need to depend on other people who are learning too. So yeah, no, I'm doing my part.
Beautiful. Would you like to, do you think that's a good ending, or you'd like to wrap it up in any way?
Yeah, no, I didn't realize how time flies when you're having fun. Yeah, no, so, I mean, there aren't too many people left anyway, but no, thank you. If Perry, I guess, is that IF stand for something? But yeah, no, it's a privilege to be here. I love chatting about cannabis. You know, hopefully we can do this again as the world inches closer to a sane place when it comes to cannabis. If people are interested, I'm always open. You know, my DMs I keep wide open in case anybody wants to learn more, or you know, if I can network and help people get into the industry, I'm eager to do that. For people that want a more personal experience, I also, you know, I see people across the world who are interested in learning how cannabis sort of fits their lives and how it can help them. But yeah, no, I appreciate everybody being here and listening. These things are Eileen. Nice to meet you, Eileen.
Oh, got it.
Yeah, no, I appreciate everybody who comes. I mean, you know, I'm just a voice unless other people kind of carry it and it means something. And, you know, everybody is teaching me, and that's how I get to be where I am. So I think we're all a community.
Awesome. Thank you very much. And I would be open to doing this once a month. I think that would be a good blend. Go ahead.
That sounds great. I have a whole team that's trying to bring me into the videocast world. So maybe we can have you and we can do a swap. But you know, I'm open. Let's keep it.
Sure. Sounds good.
All right. Thanks, man.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Take care.
Okay. Peace.